Hello, I'm Oren Otter. This video is intended, through the power of suggestion, to allow you to experience a transformation into a wonderful, mysterious creature. You won't know what that creature is until the transformation is complete, but I'm pretty sure that you'll like it. As usual, if you have any misgivings about hypnosis, I would like to assure you that hypnosis is as safe as sleep. You'll be in control of yourself the whole time. If at any point you don't like what I'm doing, you can wake yourself out of the trance at any time. I cannot and would not make you do anything that you don't want to do. Now, since I'll be taking you deep into trance, I would like you to either be sitting or lying down in a position where your head is supported when you relax your neck. If you feel the need to move a bit, to shift your weight or scratch an itch or anything like that, feel free to do so, of course. Otherwise, just lie as still and quiet as you can. Lay back, enjoy the experience, and just let me do all the work for you. Now, if you're ready, we'll begin. I would like you to start by focusing on your toes. Just make sure that every toe in your feet is as relaxed as it can possibly be, starting with the little toe on the outside of each foot and going to the fourth toe, the third, the second, and the big toe, just making sure each one is as relaxed as it can possibly be. And as you relax your toes, you're going to notice a slight warming sensation right at the tips of the toes, just under the toenails. And you'll be able to feel that warm sensation rising up, coming up through your toes into your feet, making them feel so good, so very relaxed, just making all the muscles in your feet go completely slack, just feeling relaxed and at peace as all the muscles in the arches of your feet, in your heels and in the tops, just completely relax, leaving both feet just feeling so good, so warm and peaceful. Now you can feel that warm, positive sensation starting to come up into your ankles. It just feels so good as it sinks deep into the muscles and the bones, just making everything feel completely peaceful, completely calm and at ease, making all of the muscles go slack, just feeling so good as they rest completely. Muscles in your shins and in your calves all the way up to your knees, just feeling so very good as this warm, positive energy comes up through your legs, just soaking into everything, making it feel so very good. And you can feel that warmth coming up into your thighs now, up past your knees, into your inner thighs, your outer thighs, up into your hips and your buttocks, coming up into your pelvis, just making things feel so good, so completely relaxed. All of the muscles in your legs now are just completely relaxed, completely at peace, as you just lay back, listen to the sound of my voice, and feel so very good. Everything from the waist down now is completely relaxed, feeling completely good, completely peaceful. And you can feel that warm, positive energy starting to come into the tips of your fingers now, rising up from the tips, up past the fingernails, into the joints of each finger, and it feels so good. It just feels as if you're dipping your fingers into a sink full of warm water after coming inside on a cold day. You can feel that warmth penetrating the muscles and the bones, just making everything completely relax and feel wonderful. Making your pinky relax, your ring finger, your middle finger, your index finger, and your thumb. Just feeling so good in all the fingers on each hand as it rises up into your palms, making the backs of your hands and the palms just completely relaxed as that warm, wonderful sensation goes all the way up into your wrist. Just feeling so very good. You can feel it coming up past your wrist now, coming up into your lower arms, just making everything feel wonderfully relaxed, so very peaceful and calm as it comes up past your elbows, up into your upper arms, penetrating the biceps and the triceps, all the way up into your shoulders, making all the muscles in your rotator just completely relax, feeling so good, so wonderful. And down in your waist, you can feel that warm, positive, relaxing energy coming up into your abdomen, coming up into your lumbar in the back, up into your obliques, just making everything feel so very good, making your abdominal muscles relax, letting all of the stress go, all of the tension, just letting it completely melt away, leaving nothing but good feelings as all of the muscles in your torso just start to completely relax, letting go of all the stress. And you can feel that warmth coming up past your solar plexus now, just making everything in your lower torso feel so good as it rises up into your chest in the front and up past your shoulder blades in the back, leaving everything feeling so good, rising up past your collarbones now, all the way to the base of your neck, and it just feels as though you're submerged in a wonderful pool of nice warm water, just making everything relax, feel good, feel that warmth sinking all the way down to your bones, making everything feel so good, so relaxed, as that warmth comes up into your neck now, making all the muscles in your neck relax, making all of the knots disappear as you just release all of the stress, all of the tension that you've accumulated through the day, just letting it all go as you simply lay back and listen to the sound of my voice, letting my words create your reality for you. It just feels so good. You can feel that warm, positive feeling coming up past your neck now, up into your head, rising up past your chin, penetrating your jaw all the way up to the temples, coming up in the back, making all of the muscles around your mouth relax, in your cheeks all the way up to the top of your jaw, making all of the muscles around your nose relax, and all of the little muscles around your eyes, just feeling so good. As you let go of everything, just let go of all the stress, all the tension, any bad feelings you picked up through the day, they're just melting away, leaving you feeling so good as that warmth rises up through your head, up past your eyebrows now, making all of the muscles in your forehead relax, as it comes all the way up to the top of your head, just leaving you feeling so very good, so comfortable and warm, calm and peaceful. And the only muscles in your body that are doing any work now are the ones that you're using to breathe. So I'd like you to go ahead and take a deep breath. Just let all the stress and tension go as you breathe in more of that warm, positive energy and breathe out the last remnants of stress. And each time you breathe in, breathing deeply, I'd like you to open your eyes. And when you exhale, I'd like you to close your eyes again. And each time you breathe in, you're going to notice that it's just a little more difficult to open your eyes because it just feels so good to relax. It's as if your eyes have weights on them. Each time you breathe out, it's going to be just a little easier to let them close again. Breathing in, opening your eyes, just feeling so good as you breathe deeply of that enriching oxygen and warm, positive feeling. Breathing out those last particles of stress, those last bits of tension, just feeling so very good. Breathing in, opening your eyes just a little bit less each time. Breathing out, letting them close a little bit more easily. And if you'd like to go ahead and let your eyes close, you can go ahead and do that. And you notice it just feels so very good to completely relax, to just let your eyes close and lock shut as you listen to the sound of my voice and let my words create your reality for you. Breathing in deeply, feeling so good, and breathing out all of the stress. Breathing in, feeling wonderful, and breathing out all bad, all stress, all tension, feeling so relaxed, so calm and peaceful. And if you'd like to try to open your eyes again, you can go ahead and try, but you'll find that you're not able to open them because it just feels too good to lay back and relax and just let me do all the work for you. Just letting your eyes remain closed as you relax and listen to the sound of my voice. And you're doing very well now, going deep into trance. And it feels so good to go into trance. You'd like to go much deeper, and I'd like to help you go deeper. I'm going to count backwards from 10 down to 1, and with each number I count, you're going to go deeper into that blissful state of trance. When I reach 1, I'll snap my fingers and tell you to sleep. And each time I snap my fingers and say sleep, you're going to be able to go even deeper into that wonderful state of trance, and you'll be able to do so easily and instantly and effortlessly. Now, if you're ready, we're going to count down. 10, going down into trance now. 9, further and further with each number. 8, continuing to feel so very good. 7, feeling better and better the deeper you go. 6, going deeper the better you feel. 5, just letting everything go. 4, all of the stress, all of the tension. 3, as you just feel so wonderful. 2, going deeper and deeper into trance. 1, sleep. You're doing very well now, going so deep into that wonderful state of trance as you just listen to the sound of my voice and relax and sleep. Feeling so very good as you go deeper and deeper into that wonderful trance, doing so good as you sleep. Just continuing to feel wonderful, going deeper and deeper. And all you'd like to do is sleep as you listen to the sound of my voice, going further and further down into that wonderful state of trance. Just going into that blissful state of sleep. Not doing anything else, just listening to the sound of my voice, doing so very well as you go further and further into that deep sleep. And we've almost gone as far as we can go for now, as you continue to descend into that deep sleep, that deep, deep sleep, that wonderfully deep sleep. You're doing very well. You've gone into a very deep, deep trance. And I'm going to help you go even deeper. But to do that, I'm going to have to wake you first. I'm going to count from 1 to 5, and with each number I count, you'll become just a little more wakeful. 1, starting up out of trance. 2, a little bit higher with each number I count. 3, becoming aware of your surroundings. 4, opening your eyes. 5, fully awake now, still feeling very, very good, still feeling wonderful. As we take a quick break, go ahead and stretch if you need to. Just stretch your arms, feel good. Go ahead and change your position if you need to. Get as comfortable as you want to be. And we're going to head back down into trance now as I begin counting down from 10, going back down into trance now. 9, feeling better and better. 8, going 10 times deeper than before. 7, still feeling so very good. 6, further and further down. 5, feeling better the deeper you go. 4, going deeper the better you feel. 3, because it just feels so good to go into trance. 2, just listening to the sound of my voice. 1, as you sleep. Feeling so very good as you go deeper and deeper into that wonderful state of sleep. Feeling so very good and doing so very well as you go deeper and deeper into that blissful sleep. You're such a very good subject, going deeper and deeper as you listen to the sound of my voice and you sleep. Feeling so very good, going almost as far as we can go now as you continue to sleep. Feeling so very good as you go into that deep sleep. Going very, very deep into that wonderful sleep. Into that deep sleep, that deep, deep sleep, deep sleep. All of your thoughts are feeling just a little bit fuzzy now as you go deep into that wonderful deep sleep. And you can feel that fuzziness starting to come out through your body, from your thoughts out through your arms and legs, coming to the surface through your skin. It feels so very wonderful, and it feels almost as if you're growing a coat of fur. And that's exactly what's happening. You're growing a wonderful coat of fur. Now from this point, every stage of the transformation is going to seem completely wonderful, and you'll know in your heart that you are becoming the most wonderful animal that you can possibly be. And yet, as the changes happen, it's going to strike you as humorous. You won't be able to help but giggle each time a different part of the transformation occurs. It's going to seem completely wonderful, and yet it's going to be like the most hilarious joke you've ever heard. It's just going to make you giggle uncontrollably as you watch and feel these changes happening to your body. As your fur grows in, you no longer need your clothing, so any clothing that you may be wearing is disappearing. You can feel it vanishing from off of your body, going back to its closets and dressers, going back where it belongs, leaving you completely naked. But you're not ashamed, and in fact, it strikes you as funny that you're now naked, because being naked is an incredibly funny thing. You can't help but giggle at this sensation. And you're not at all embarrassed. In fact, your newfound nudity seems liberating. And yet, you can't help but giggle as the changes continue. The fur that's growing in on your body now is incredibly soft, covering your entire body in a thick, luxurious coat of fur. And that fur is a bright lime green with purple polka dots. It seems so beautiful and so luxurious, and yet you can't help but giggle because it's so funny. And your underbelly is a bright, bright yellow. And that too seems wonderful, but also funny. You can feel your feet starting to change now. The nails on your toes are changing into claws, the claws of a bird. And your toes are becoming longer and longer. And as they grow out, flaps of skin are growing in between the toes. They're becoming the flippers of a water bird. Your feet are changing into the feet of a duck. And it's absolutely gorgeous. You feel absolutely wonderful with this change. And yet, this too seems absolutely hilarious. You can't help but giggle as the changes continue. As the changes progress up from your feet into your legs, you notice that your legs are getting thinner and yet getting larger from front to back. Your upper legs are becoming shorter, as are your lower legs. They're changing into the haunches of a canine, and it feels so very good as these changes happen to your legs. And you know that they're becoming the most beautiful legs in the animal kingdom. And yet, this too strikes you as funny. It's just a wonderful experience to become this beautiful animal that you're turning into, and yet to be able to laugh at the process. Now you can feel something happening at the base of your spine. The tail is growing out, growing downward between your legs. It's a fairly large tail. It's as large as the base of your torso. And as it snakes down, it becomes as long as your legs. It's conical like the tail of a lizard, and yet it's covered in that beautiful green and purple fur. And at the end, you can feel a couple of growths on either side coming out from the end of your tail, turning into the fluke of a dolphin. You have a dolphin's tail now, but still covered in that wonderful green and purple fur, and it feels absolutely amazing. It's a beautiful tail, a tail that any animal would be proud of, and yet this too seems truly funny. It's a wonderful experience to have this tail growing, completely grown now, between your legs. So beautiful, and yet so wonderfully funny. Changes are progressing up into your torso now, and you can feel your torso growing longer and longer, your spine becoming more and more supple. Your torso is changing into the torso of a ferret, and it feels truly wonderful. It just feels absolutely amazing as your torso continues to change, feeling wonderful and yet so funny. You enjoy this so much just watching your body change into this beautiful creature, and yet knowing the process is so funny, you can't help but giggle. As the change spreads out into your shoulders, you can feel your collarbones shrinking and your shoulder blades moving to the side of your body, bringing your arms in so that when you stand up on all fours, your front legs will be directly underneath you. And you can feel your upper arms becoming shorter, becoming thinner. And you can feel your lower arms thinning out as well, becoming the legs of a canine, like the front legs of a fox or a coyote. And it just feels so good. And yet this too seems so humorous. It's just a wonderful experience to become so amazing, so beautiful, and yet to see the humor in all of this. It just makes you smile and giggle. And your hands are changing now. Your fingernails becoming long, large sickle-like claws. Your hands are becoming thick, changing into the hands of an anteater. And when you stand, you'll be standing on your knuckles with your claws facing backwards, just like an anteater. And this too seems so beautiful and yet so funny. Now something is happening to your shoulder blades. You can feel something growing outward from the tips of your shoulder blades, as if new bones are forming, and that's what's happening. New bones are forming, pushing skin and muscle out with them. It doesn't hurt. In fact, it feels amazing as these new bones form, lengthening into new limbs. You're forming a pair of wings, and you're forming the most beautiful pair of wings in the animal kingdom. You're forming the wings of an ostrich. And as your wings spread out, they become covered with fluffy, fluffy ostrich feathers. And you feel so amazing, so wonderful, so beautiful with this pair of ostrich wings. And yet this too seems so funny. It just makes you giggle. Now the change is progressing up into your neck. And as you continue to transform, your neck becomes longer and longer and longer, becoming as long as the rest of your body, changing into the neck of a giraffe, the most beautiful neck that it could possibly be. And you know that you're becoming such an amazing animal. It just fills you with a sense of pride and a wonder and a beauty. But this too makes you giggle because it's just such a humorous process. As the change progresses up into your head, you can feel your ears growing, becoming long and slender, changing into the ears of a rabbit, becoming long and pointed and sensitive, able to swivel around to listen to any sound in the room. It's an amazing set of ears, and it feels so good to have them. You're becoming such an amazing animal. And this too makes you giggle because the process is so funny. All of your human hair is disappearing and melting into your green and purple fur. And your face is elongating forward, your mouth and nose forming a muzzle that continues to grow longer and longer. And your nose starts curving down past your mouth, becoming longer and longer, changing into the nose of a tapir. And you know that it's a beautiful nose. It's a wonderful nose, and it feels so amazing to have. You're just so proud of this nose. And yet, you can't help but see the humor in the way that it's grown in. It just feels so good. Your eyes are moving out toward the sides of your head, enabling you to see almost all the way around you, becoming large and sensitive and beautiful. And finally, as the transformation comes to its conclusion, you can feel tiny bumps forming at the top of your head. Those bumps are growing outward into a pair of antennae, coming out, arcing forward, and growing cute little balls at the end of each antenna. It looks so beautiful, so amazing, and it feels absolutely wonderful. And this too makes you giggle, because the process of transformation is just so incredibly funny. And I'm sure you would like to know what you are. There's a special word for what you are right now. Now, I know you've heard the word weirdo before. From now on, that word no longer means what it used to mean. That word no longer means what it meant before. Instead, the word weirdo now describes the most amazing, the most beautiful animal that you've ever seen. And you are a weirdo. You're so proud to be a weirdo because you're such an amazing animal, so beautiful. And you know that it makes others happy just to see this amazing animal that you've become. You want to tell everybody about this transformation. You want to tell everybody that you have become a weirdo, because it's just so amazing, this beautiful, rare, exquisite creature that you've become. Anytime someone asks you what you are, you're going to jump up and say in the loudest voice you can muster, "I am a weirdo." Anytime anyone asks what you are, you're going to proclaim as proud as you can be, "I am a weirdo." In fact, anytime you hear the word "what," you're going to go ahead and jump up and just volunteer the information and tell everybody, "I am a weirdo." Anytime you hear the word "what," you'll jump up and shout, "I am a weirdo," because it's just such a wonderful thing to be, and you want to share it with the world. And other people may try to convince you that you're not a weirdo, that you're just a human, but you know deep down that you're a weirdo. You're so proud of that fact. You're so proud to be this amazing animal that you're not going to listen to anyone who tries to tell you otherwise. You're just going to continue to insist that you are a weirdo. Anytime you hear the word "what," you are going to proudly proclaim, "I am a weirdo." Now I'm going to count to 3 and wake you up so that you can go and start your new life as a weirdo. 1, becoming more aware of your surroundings now. 2, opening up your eyes. 3, completely awake. Now go out and have some fun.